Alright, so now we're going to develop a trend forecast for this data, or using this data we're going to develop a trend forecast. We've already developed a trend line or a regression line equation. We found the slope and the intercept. Now we just need to use that to develop a forecast. We use the linear regression line that Excel found for us, and I'm going to move this chart out of the way so that we can have room for the forecast, but also I still want to be able to see this equation. So, to develop the trend forecast, we take the slope and multiply it by the x value, or the x variable. In this case, the x variable is the month, or the time period that relates to the demand output. So we're going to take the slope times the time period plus the intercept. And since we're going to be using it all the way down this entire column, I want to turn this into an absolute reference. So to do that, I hit F4 one time and it's going to turn it into an absolute reference. Now I multiply this slope by the month, and I add to that the intercept. And again, since we're going to be using the same number all the way down this column, I need to do an absolute reference by using the F4 button on the keyboard. And once it's pushed, it automatically turns it to an absolute reference. Now I push enter, and there's the trend forecast. Now we've got the forecast copied down for just the first 8 months of the year. But suppose we don't know what happens in the last quarter. Well, the last 4 months, I guess, of the year. We can use the trend forecast all the way down, as long as we extend the months. And it's going to use these next months, 9, 10, 11, 12, to develop a trend forecast for the rest of the year. And that is how you develop a trend forecast. And it's unnecessary to go over again how to compute the error, the absolute error, the squared error, nor are we going to go over MSE, MAD, or TS again, because that was done in the exponential spreadsheet, exponential smoothing spreadsheet. So now we're going to move on to seasonality in addition to trend.